Do I need God in order to be a moral person? This is one of those questions that I believe is often fundamentally misunderstood. No one, as far as I know, is making the argument that believing that there is a God will make you behave more honorably. So that's not what this is about. Rather, the argument that is made is that if you deny the existence of God, if you deny the existence of a transcendent being, then you of necessity have to deny the existence of a transcendent moral law. What's a transcendent moral law? Well, it's a moral law that exists apart from each one of us, that each one of us has a duty to submit to. It is a law that exists apart from our own preferences. If we are all there is, if we are cosmic accidents that came into being by time and chance and energy and matter, you can't get from there, logically speaking, to an ought. You can talk about what is. You can say that some humans prefer that other humans not kill them, that not steal from them, those kinds of things. But you can't say that it is objectively wrong. Now, often we want to be able to not be able to say something's objectively wrong. That is, we embrace this idea so that we can excuse our own bad behavior. There's no such thing as right and wrong, and therefore this thing that I have done that you are judging me for is not wrong. But watch what happens and how quickly it happens. And you ought not to judge me. Wait a minute. There's no right and wrong. And therefore what you're doing is not wrong. Then there's no right and wrong. And what I'm doing in judging you is also not wrong. We want to have our cake and we want to eat it too. Either there is an objective moral standard that we're all obligated to submit to, or there is not. If there's not, then there's nothing wrong with me applying my own preferences and my own standards as something that should compel and restrain you. If there's no right and wrong at the end of the day, it's just a question of who has the power to impose their will on others. But stranger still, how would we even begin to choose? On what basis do I have these preferences? This is, again, the argument goes, oh, wait a minute, I'm an atheist and I believe in fair dealing. I believe in honor. I believe in honesty. I believe in hard work. I believe in all those things. I don't doubt it. The question is why? The question is, on what basis can you argue that the things that you are in favor of are better, morally superior to the things that are their opposites? You can't. There's no reason to privilege your preferences over the preferences of the thief or the mass murderer or the racist or the baby seal clubber. We all have our own preferences. The question is, do our preferences match up with a standard that is above us all, that we're all beholden to, that we have an obligation to submit to? So can you be good without God? Well, you cannot steal, you cannot lie, you cannot cheat, and be an atheist. What you can't do is be coherent and say one ought not to lie, one ought not to steal, one ought not to cheat, and be an atheist. Worse still, you can't say one ought not to tell others what they ought not to do. Even if you are an atheist, listen to this, if you're objecting to what I'm saying, if I'm making you mad, if you think I need to stop this, you're simply proving my point.